Hey guys, and welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be vulnerable with you. Right now, my house is out of control. It's chaotic, it's messy, it's cluttered, and it's affecting me in so many different ways. Your home could also be affecting you in these ways too. I'm gonna share the 5 ways that my out of control home is making me out of control. We hired a painter to come and fix some cracks and paint, and then a couple days after he started, we all tested positive for COVID, got sick, and our life stopped. But the clutter continued to build, not only because we weren't feeling well, but because everything was torn apart. And clutter attracts clutter, and chaos attracts chaos. So not only was the living room and the kitchen and my bedroom torn apart for painting, but it spread to the kids' bedrooms, the garage, the bathrooms. Every area is out of control, and this is making me feel really out of control. You might be thinking, who cares? What's the big deal about a messy house? Or it's going to be put back together soon. But the truth is, it can have real negative effects on so many areas of your life when things are feeling really messy and cluttered. So here are the 5 ways that my clutter is really affecting me. And the first is my weight. In the last couple of weeks, I have gained 10 pounds. And I know it's directly related to the state of my home because I'm stressed out, I'm feeling really anxious, and this is increasing both my cortisol levels and my ghrelin hormone levels, which are your hunger hormones. I'm starving all the time. And in just a few short weeks, I've gained 10 whole pounds. And there is so much research that shows the correlation between a chaotic, messy, cluttered home and weight gain. And yes, we're eating because it's comfort and we're trying to avoid and distract ourselves. But more than that, we are feeling hungry. Our hormones are signaling to our brain that we're really hungry, even when we're not, because of our clutter. The second way that I've noticed I'm being affected is my focus. Everywhere I look, I see tasks that need to be done, so I'm feeling overwhelmed and I'm feeling really distracted and I'm not doing anything at all. I'm struggling to make dinner, to grocery shop. I'm struggling to get any type of work done at all. And I already have ADHD, but so many studies have shown that clutter mimics ADHD symptoms in people who don't even have ADHD. And if you're like me and you already are suffering, it's making your symptoms worse. So much stuff means we can't really do anything, which leads to more clutter. And we're stuck in this vicious cycle of not being focused, creating more mess, which is creating less focus, which is creating more mess. And it's really hard cycle to stop. The third thing I've noticed is that I'm spending a lot more money. Buying is happiness sometimes, and I definitely, when I'm stressed out, I tend to shop online. Jeff Bezos is loving me this week because Amazon is coming every day, multiple times a day. I overbuy, I overshop, I overaccumulate when things are messy. And I know so many of you can relate. It is definitely a cycle. The more you have, the more chaos you have, the more you collect and the more you bring in your home. And then you have more stuff and more mess. And then you feel like you need more again. It's so many things. It's definitely comfort. It's distracting ourselves. It's avoiding situations, but it's also scarcity mindset. The more stuff we have, the more we feel we need. The fourth way that this messy house is affecting me is I'm honestly just sad. I'm sadder. I look around and I see so much to do. I'm feeling really overwhelmed. And when I feel overwhelmed, I feel exhausted physically and mentally. I am sleeping all the time. And I don't want to say it's depression, but it's definitely mimicking depression symptoms. And I know for a fact that when you have a cluttered home, it makes you feel bad about yourself, it makes you feel bad about your home, and it can definitely make you feel physically and mentally exhausted. The final way that this clutter is really affecting me is my relationships. I'm angrier when the house is a mess, and I tend to point fingers at my husband and at my kids, and why aren't you helping? And I feel resentful, and it's no one's fault. It's all of our faults as a team, and there are things that are out of our control. But when you have a cluttered home, you are so much more likely to be upset and angry at your loved ones and wanting them to help out before you get started. I know know you can relate because this is the number one question that I get for you. How can I get my loved ones to pitch in and help? And when things are really messy, that is just multiplied. All the resentment, all the anger, all the blame can really be destructive to our relationships. So now that I've shared the 5 ways that my life is spiraling out of control in a dumpster fire, how do we fix this? And so many of these things are out of my control because we have the painter and things are chaotic, but we can all take action and make a difference right now. And all you need to do is 5 minutes. We have a tendency, it's human nature, to have an all or nothing approach. We look at a huge mess and we think, oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever to tackle. So we avoid and we distract. It's our brain trying to protect us from feeling all those uncomfortable, anxiety-inducing feelings, so we avoid and we distract instead of dealing with the issue. But when it comes to our home, what we can do to instantly feel better about ourselves and make a difference is set a timer for 5 minutes and just declutter, or just tidy, or just organize a small area. I'm gonna tackle the garage, which is like really bad. I know that I can't make it perfect. I know I've been putting this off because spending 5 minutes in here is just gonna have a teeny tiny result, and I feel like I'm waiting until I have an entire day to dedicate, but that's exactly why it looks the way that it does. We're not gonna procrastinate. We're gonna stand up, we're gonna take action, we're gonna set a timer for 5 minutes, and we're gonna make a difference right now. I'm not going to pretend that this is easy. The more mess we have, the less we feel like doing. This is biology. This is science and your brain chemistry protecting you from doing uncomfortable things. So the more mess you have, the less you feel like cleaning and decluttering and organizing. But you have the power to change this. You have the power to grab a bag and do something small right now. When we take time to declutter or clean or organize, even for a few minutes, even having a small win is going to make you feel better about yourself. You are going to see it physically and emotionally in your body. You're going to feel less hungry. You're going to feel less exhausted. You're going to feel more energy and more focus, definitely more motivation. We don't have to wave a magic wand and transform our homes to start feeling better about ourselves. We don't have to fix everything and make it perfect to make a huge impact in our lives. Grab a bag, set a timer for 5 minutes, and start taking action on your home and your life right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe because coming up, I'm gonna show you the real transformation of this house. I'm decluttering all the areas. I'm doing a little redecorating. I'm putting things back together, and I can't wait to show you what 5 minutes a day, a little elbow grease can really do in your home. We'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, thanks so much for those of you who stayed to the end. If you missed my last video, the last end story, I was talking about how I have gout in my big toe and that it flares anytime I'm about to get sick. It's like this throbbing, painful alarm clock that's alerting my body magically that there's something wrong with me. And lo and behold, 2 days after my toe alerted me to an issue, I got COVID. And my entire family got COVID. Alicia got COVID. We caught it from Stephanie, you know, with the penis head. Thanks a lot, Stephanie. No, we love you and it's not your fault. But I was really sick, you guys, and my whole family was really sick, worse than any cold or flu we've ever had before. I am a bit of a baby, but also sore throat, incredibly bad headache. I was so tired. I was in bed for 7 days straight, just door dashing my face off, which also could have led to the 10 pounds of weight gain. But I was surprised at how crappy I felt. We hear, you know, oh, it's just, you know, a little bit of a cold. Nope, it was horrible. And also, I have been in lockdown for like 2 years trying to avoid the COVID. And now that we're opening up here in Canada and getting back to normal, I got it anyways. So I'm feeling all the things. The truth is I'm feeling all the things, but I'm also feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better, and so is the rest of my family. We all tested negative, so things are getting back to normal. The painter's back. We're like going back to work. It's all turning up roses. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.